When we think of whales, we picture gentle giants peacefully gliding through the oceans. They're serene, majestic, and except for orcas, of course, decidedly non-threatening. But what if I told you that millions of years ago, a whale existed that was so terrifying, so predatory, it didn't just hunt marine creatures, it might have even ambushed animals on land? This isn't the plot of some sci-fi horror movie. Fossils unearthed deep in the Sahara Desert tell a story so bizarre, it challenges everything we thought we knew about the ancestors of modern whales. Let me introduce you to Basilosaurus, a prehistoric beast that was more serpent than whale, and the world's first apex predators after the dinosaurs. The story begins in 1834 in Louisiana, USA, when paleontologists stumbled upon enormous snake-like bones scattered across an area larger than a soccer field. At first glance, these fossils made no sense. They were huge, elongated, and completely unlike any creature anyone had seen before. Back then, no one even knew whales could go extinct, let alone leave behind fossils. With no frame of reference, scientists jumped to an incredible conclusion. These bones must have belonged to a giant sea serpent. Yes, a real-life, 100-foot-long sea monster. They named it Basilosaurus, meaning king lizard, because its narrow, snake-like body reminded them of reptiles like mosasaurs. This name stuck, even after they realized it wasn't a lizard or a serpent, but a whale. That's right, a whale. But Basilosaurus wasn't your ordinary whale. This was a hyper-predator equipped with a terrifying arsenal of evolutionary tools. More on that in a moment. The early days of studying Basilosaurus were filled with wild theories and outright blunders. One naturalist, Albert Koch, saw an opportunity for fame and fortune. He took things to the next level by stitching together bones from 5 different individuals to create an even bigger monster he called Hydrarchos. This Frankenstein creation measured over 114 feet long and toured the world as proof that giant sea serpents were real. Crowds were amazed and utterly terrified. But eventually, scientists called Koch out, and the hoax was exposed. Despite the drama, it brought much-needed attention to Basilosaurus, which paleontologists later confirmed was a primitive whale. Its fossils revealed sharp, serrated teeth, perfect for slicing flesh, and a body built for terrorizing anything in its path. The misclassifications were over, but the legend of Basilosaurus as the nightmare of the seas had only just begun. So what made Basilosaurus so unique? For starters, it didn't look anything like modern whales. At over 66 feet long, its body was long and narrow, almost eel-like. If you think modern whales are graceful, picture this: a 20-ton serpent-like predator gliding just beneath the surface, waiting to strike. Its vertebrae were hollow and filled with fluid, making it highly buoyant. This allowed it to patrol shallow waters where most of its prey lived. But don't mistake its slender build for weakness. Basilosaurus had incredible power packed into its terrifying frame. And those teeth? They were the stuff of nightmares. Unlike modern whales, which are known for their baleen or peg-like teeth, Basilosaurus had sharp canines and massive serrated molars. These weren't just for catching prey. They were designed to rip and tear through flesh like a prehistoric buzzsaw. With an estimated bite force of 20,000 newtons, Basilosaurus could crush bones with ease. What did it eat? Well, the short answer is anything it wanted. Fossilized stomach contents reveal a diverse menu: sharks, giant bony fish, sea turtles, and even other whales. One particularly gruesome discovery showed the remains of a Dorodon, a smaller whale, inside a Basilosaurus. But this wasn't a one-off meal. Many Dorodon fossils bear telltale bite marks on their skulls, likely from Basilosaurus's head-crushing attacks. It seems Basilosaurus had a preferred hunting technique, going straight for the skull to disable its prey. Even more chilling is the idea that Basilosaurus might not have stopped at marine prey. Some researchers speculate that it could have ambushed land animals venturing near the shore. During the Eocene epoch, its habitat overlapped with creatures like Moeritherium, a distant relative of elephants. Imagine a giant whale lunging out of the water to snatch unsuspecting animals. It's the kind of scene you'd expect in a horror movie. But how did a whale end up in the Sahara Desert? Millions of years ago, during the Eocene, this region wasn't a desert, but a warm, shallow sea. Basilosaurus thrived in this environment, patrolling waters that are now endless sand dunes. The fossils discovered in Egypt's Valley of the Whales, or Wadi al-Hitan, paint an incredible picture of a long-lost marine ecosystem. Alongside Basilosaurus, scientists have found fossils of mangroves, sharks, and even pelicans. These discoveries give us a glimpse into a world where Basilosaurus ruled as the undisputed apex predator. One of Basilosaurus's most bizarre features was its vestigial hind limbs. These tiny, ruler-sized legs were useless for walking, but might have played a role in reproduction. Some have speculated that Basilosaurus could use these limbs to haul itself onto land for ambushes, but most scientists agree they were purely decorative, a strange relic of its land-dwelling ancestors. Its swimming style was equally eerie. Without a large tail fluke like modern whales, Basilosaurus moved more like an eel, undulating its body in an up-and-down motion. This snake-like movement must have made it even more terrifying to watch as it prowled the seas. For millions of years, Basilosaurus dominated its oceanic kingdom, but around 33 million years ago, it vanished during the Eocene-Oligocene extinction event. This catastrophic period wiped out nearly two-thirds of all mammal species. Whether it was climate change, glaciation, or something else entirely, Basilosaurus was no match for the shifting tides of history. Today, Basilosaurus stands as a testament to the strange and terrifying creatures that once roamed our planet. It was a whale, a monster, and a misunderstood legend all rolled into one. Its story reminds us that the ocean has always been home to the bizarre and deadly. So the next time you see a whale breaching peacefully in the ocean, remember its ancient cousin. Basilosaurus wasn't here to sing songs or play nice. It was here to dominate, and it did just that. Thanks for diving into this prehistoric tale. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient seas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.